Ever consumed a piece of fictional media and you thought to yourself, damn, that was so good. I want to instantly remove it from my memory so I can watch it again for the first time. So Shallow Grave is a 1994 crime thriller. It's also a little bit of a comedy in a way. It's directed by Danny Boyle in his directorial debut, and it's the screenplay debut by John Hodge. These two men would work together on subsequent films, one of them being some little known flick called Trainspotting. But anyway, this movie stars Kerry Fox as Juliet, Ewan McGregor as Alex, and Chris Eccleston as David, and they're flatmates. And the movie starts with them looking for a fourth roommate, and also shows their relationship. They're different. Alex is a lawyer, David is a accountant, and Juliet's a doctor. But they like having a good time. They like having a drink, and they like to mess with people, each other as well, which will feed into the rest of the movie for good or for worse. Because what happens is they do find their fourth roommate, who dies in their flat. I assume overdosing on heroin. It's never quite specifically stated. And then they search his room and they find a suitcase full of money. So rather than call the cops, as you probably definitely should do, they decide, nah, we're going to keep this money, and they dispose of the body. And everything that happens to them after that incident is because of that incident. They buried the body, they keep the money. But what happens after? Two of the housemates, Juliet and Alex, don't seem to get it. We've got money, let's spend it. And then you've got David, who's just like, just this amazing scene. There's so many great lines in this movie. David's like, how much did that cost? Oh, £500? No, that's how much money it costs. We don't know what it cost us yet. Something like that. It's just really good. There's some great lines in here. Normally, I don't usually meet new people unless I know them already. But Juliet, you're a doctor. You kill people every day. There's so many funny lines, but there's also so many dark lines. These three characters play off each other throughout the whole entire movie in completely different ways. It builds from just their fun, loving, carefree kind of friendship and lives to this really dark and intense kind of relationship that develops throughout the rest of the film. I was riveted the whole time. As I said in the intro of this movie, I didn't remember a fucking thing. I have seen this movie. I really have. And I loved it back then, and I loved it today. I sent a message out asking, is Shallow Grave as good as I remember? And a couple of people said yes. One person said, it's better. Yeah. I don't know why I forgot it the first time around. I think probably me drinking. So this movie does more than two things well. It does a number of things well. The characters and the performances. Kerry Fox, Chris Eccleston, and Ewan McGregor are absolutely fucking phenomenal in their roles. You can't take your eyes off them. Like every shot, every conversation, every line of dialogue, it's fantastic. And this movie goes from fun-loving, funny to fucked up and dark and funny in a weird way. It's a black comedy like that. And I'm glad I revisited it. I really am, because I don't think I'll forget this movie anytime soon, ever again. Or if I do, it'll be a fucking awesome thing, because I'll get to experience the fucking fantastic scenes, the lines of dialogue, as I've said, and just the kind of darkness of it. It's a movie you can kind of analyze deeper if you wish, or just sit back and just enjoy this character piece that turns really fucking intense. I know I've done movies that I've seen before, but I try not to. I know I use this as an excuse to kind of revisit movies that I love, or in this case, love and don't fucking remember. But I try to watch new stuff. This is kind of my excuse, my way of watching new films or films that are just new to me. However, I need to watch some more Danny Boyle movies, which means revisiting and watching shit I've already seen before, and I don't mind. Yeah, to love and happiness forever. Didn't explore much of the plot. I know I said a bit about it. I just gave you the setup, but everything that happens after, you've got to watch it. You've got to kind of live it yourself. It's a, I know I don't remember this from the first time I've seen it, but you won't forget this. Or if you do, you'll always remember it as being really fucking good. So if someone comes up to you and is like, "Hey, have you seen Shallow Grave? What's it like?" You can say it's fucking awesome. And maybe you don't remember anything about it. But now I can say this movie is awesome and here's why. Huh, what are the perks of doing fucking YouTube reviews and shit, I guess? Give me a like, dislike, share, and subscribe. Watch Shallow Grave. It's Danny Boyle's first movie, but it doesn't feel like a first movie. This feels confident, assured, and it's absolutely wonderful. Check it out.